the JV conversations out the way, let's get to the varsity conversation. First of all, to Jokic, a hit dog will holler. Okay, and to JJ Redick, if we're going to slap box, at least allow me to be on TV to throw my jabs and throw my uppercuts back at you as well. So when it comes down to stat padding all across the league, JJ of all people should know that this goes on in the locker room. That's why we see certain things why guys don't shoot half-court shots at the end of quarters and at the end of halves because they don't want to mess up their three-point percentage, right? I was in with the Celtics. I'm the second all-time leader for his field goal percentage in Celtic history. Robert Williams just passed me up. I was on the verge during that time when I was passing up Cornbread Maxwell, and he used to tell me, boy, you better take that elbow jump shot. You know what I used to tell him, Stephen A? You know what? I'm going straight dribble handoff. So let's not act like that we don't know, okay, that this goes on for us guys trying to reach milestones or living in the moment. It happens. Now, JJ brought up something else when it came down to the MVP, and he felt some type of way that I have Joel Embiid as my front runner. So I didn't know if I wanted to wait to bring this conversation on No Mercy, or was it appropriate for First Take? And damn it, I'm here, so it's appropriate for First Take. So let me get us in outside of our comfort zone a little bit when we talk about the MVP conversation. Is it Uchiwali or is it One Mike? That's what Jay-Z said. I just want to know, what song are we dancing to? Because I'm walking up into the club, I got my J's on. I didn't know it was a dress code to put on church shoes. So when I say that, Stephen A., when I come on here every single time and I ask, what is the criteria for the MVP and how the goalposts move, I'm asking these questions for a reason. And so when I look at JJ and I hear him talk, because he's so big in analytics and he's a historian when it comes down to diving in deep and going back into history and talking about the evolution of the game, why didn't he never bring up this in particular subject? When it comes down to guys winning MVP since 1990, it's only 3 guys that won the MVP that wasn't top 10 in scoring. Do you know who those 3 guys were?
Who were they?
Steve Nash, Jokic, and Dirk Nowitzki. Now,
Dirk Nowitzki.
what do those guys have in common? I'll let it sit there and marinate. You think about it. Now, here's the thing when it comes down to the MVP conversation and why I say the goalpost move. It's because it was during the time in 2006 when Steve Nash won his second MVP, when he had a roster full, didn't have the best record in the league, and Kobe Bryant was averaging 31. And if you go and look at that 2006 roster that Kobe was playing with, which they finished number 7 in the Western Conference, which I don't understand how he did that with that team he had. No disrespect to those players, but it is what it is. How was he not winning it? Leading the league in scoring that year. So when it comes down to moving the goalposts for certain individuals to win it, again, is it Uchiwali or is it One Mike? Like, what song are we actually dancing to right now? Why is this subject not brought up? What do those 3 guys have in common when they won the MVP for us? Steve Nash, Dirk Nowitzki, and Jokic. That wasn't top 10 in scoring. We moved the goalpost so much. So don't come giving me, oh, they're the number 1 seed this year in the Western Conference, so he's averaging triple-double. That's why he should be the clear-cut favorite. They wasn't the number 1 seed last year. They was actually the number 6 seed. One seed from being in the play-in tournament. So that's my whole thing. Is like, why we move the goalposts for certain people and then for others, we don't. So when I was trying to make a case 2 years ago for Chris Paul, when I was saying, hey, you know what? The Phoenix Suns, Chris Paul, same organization, same position, same results. Why is he not getting the love that Steve Nash was getting when he was in Phoenix for as the MVP candidate or winning or being the MVP front runner? I'm just trying to say, Stephen A., am I missing something here?